Thank you all for being here. Welcome. I'm really happy to be here. It's always exciting to be in a magical place. My name is Peggy Beem Jelley. I'm the president and CEO of the Epilepsy Association of Western and Central Pennsylvania. I'm also on the board of the Epilepsy Alliance America. We do have a survey that we're doing for the Epilepsy Alliance America that I want to ask everybody to please take the time to fill out. You can get it by using this QR code, which if you haven't stopped by our booth, you can stop by and use the QR code. If you don't happen to have a smart device, we have a couple of iPads at the booth and you can use those too. Fill out the survey and be eligible to win a $250 Disney gift card, which we will give away tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock. So I'm going to talk about the Epilepsy Alliance, how we came to be, and then we're really, really happy to have another board member, Amanda Mitchell, with us, who is our board chair of the program committee, and also Kathy Shrag, who is another board member, who is going to talk about membership. So I have been with the Epilepsy Association for 29 years. I've been the CEO for about 8 years, and prior to that I did mostly program work, a little bit of advocacy work, so my heart is mostly with program, although I do have to do fundraising, obviously, and lots of administrative work as the CEO, but my heart is really with program, so I love being a part of developing new programs and services. So love working with Amanda in the program committee. The Epilepsy Alliance was formed in 2018. We came together as a group of 8 local organizations that are all dedicated to providing local programs and services for people who live with seizures, and organizations that provide supports for folks who care for people who have epilepsy. Those 8 grassroots organizations are all dedicated to advocacy, public awareness, providing local supports and services that help people cope with seizures. The Alliance collectively works to engage those organizations to provide real help to folks, real time in their local communities. Together we're serving more than 1 million people. We now have 17 organizations. This slide just shows a little bit about our structure. Pretty typical. We have a board. We work with a professional advisory board. You can look at our website if you want to see the members of the professional advisory board. They're all pretty nationally recognizable leaders. This is a list of our standing committees. These are some of the things that we think about on a regular basis in terms of our governing. Transparency is very important to us. Accountability is very important to our board, things of that nature. All of those things that make for good governance are things that all of us have lots of experience with our local organizations, and things that we think are very important to national organizations. So as we came together, these were the things that we thought would be the most important things for us as we developed a new organization that we wanted to specifically be dedicated to helping other organizations do what they need to do to help folks in the local communities, in their neighborhoods, helping families, helping people who are living with seizures. This is a list of just the logos and the names of the current 17 organizations across the country who are members. I think we have a couple of outstanding applications. I'm not sure how many. Kathy probably knows, maybe 2. So we have folks who are constantly joining us, which is very exciting. We're very happy about that. If you are part of a local organization that is not a member, talk to Kathy, talk to one of the board members at the booth. We would love to have you join us. So our goal again is unifying like-minded organizations, just so that we can enhance the effectiveness of those local services. That's really what we're about, getting more services to more people, inspiring and engaging local organizations, increasing and building capacity. That's why we're here, that's why we're working together, and we would love to have you join us. So we're going to have Amanda come up and talk about the programs and services.
Hi guys, my name's Amanda Mitchell. I am the Executive Director of Epilepsy Alliance Louisiana. I've been there for about 4 years. My background is public health, and I'm also the parent of 2 children, one who has epilepsy. So if any of you are parents here, you may have found yourself in a career you did not imagine. This is mine. However, I do love being here. I love working with our local community, and I'm really excited to be part of Epilepsy Alliance America. One of the things, as Peggy mentioned, that Epilepsy Alliance America does is help us to be able to help our local communities. And that's been really huge for me as being new to this field, as a director. Again, my background was public health, so as Peggy said, really good with programs. Admin stuff is taking some learning. But I've been grateful for that because the support that Epilepsy Alliance America gives to me and some of the other newer either executive directors or newer organizations allows us to better serve the community, which is why I got into this to begin with. Okay, I was going to say I should have checked how to actually move the slides, but we got that. So this is one of my favorite quotes is, we don't have to do this alone. We were never meant to. Right? As a parent, we can feel really isolated, specifically when we find ourselves in epilepsy. What does this mean for my life? What does this mean for my kids? What are we supposed to do next? And so that is, again, what we're here for, is to be the person that you can call, even if you don't know what the question is. Because I didn't know what the questions were in the beginning. It was just really overwhelming, and I needed the support. And I was fortunate to find it in Epilepsy Alliance Louisiana, where I started actually as one of our case managers. And so this is really what we're doing. Because again, as we're able to meet as Epilepsy Alliance America and share best practices and share ideas, we're then able to take that back to our local communities to better serve the people that live there. Oh wait, that worked. Okay. So again, our families and people with epilepsy are at the center of our work, and there are more than 1 million individuals and families in the U.S. who cope with epilepsy every day. And so that's another reason why I'm thrilled to be here today at this amazing conference, so we have the opportunity to stand up and be counted and be visible. So we have a lot of national programs. One of them is our seizure recognition and first aid training for school personnel. And so while this is geared to training school personnel, it still has a positive impact on our families. I know that this was really important to me as a mom, right? That my child's teachers, that the staff, that anyone working with him knew how to respond and how to respond safely to his seizures. In addition to that, it also teaches teachers and staff about what it means to live every day with epilepsy, because we all know most people don't really understand. So this training gives both tips and ideas and resources to better educate our kids so that, again, they're more supported. And as you can see, we've had almost 4,000 people complete it from 35 states. So I urge you to figure out how to get in contact with your school and to get your staff trained. If you are from another state, many of the other states also have the ability to do these training in person. So you have a lot of options here. Also, I've taken this training as a parent myself, so if you've not taken it already, it's still just a really good way to learn something new. The other thing we are working to do as Epilepsy Alliance America is to update our website to make sure we have resources available to you. One of my favorite ones is the one over there, which is for seizure rescue meds. So if you've ever just been handed these in the doctor's office like I was, right? Just here you go forward and feel comfortable doing that. That really wasn't something I felt comfortable doing. These videos will walk you through step by step. They're available in English and in Spanish. They're also good for the first time you try and leave your kid with another caregiver, right? To make sure that they're really comfortable in administering that medication. So they're a really useful tool. They're available online. In addition, we also have our Back to School Seizure Preparedness webinar, which talks a lot about how to prepare for going back to school. Again, there are all these things we end up having to do every day, and so this is a really good way to kind of think through some ideas to make the school year as successful as it can be. Some of our other programs are available here. So again, we're coming out with new materials all the time that are available, but I want to touch on two specifically. One is our Seizure ID program. So you can get a coupon code to get a Seizure ID product. These are amazing. They have a QR code on the back you can create a profile for yourself or your child so that all that information is available. And again, this goes back to being prepared, right? So my son has one on his bag when he goes to school. So I know for sure that if the school has to call EMS, that his updated medical information is available even if I am not. There's a variety of different types. So they have the keychain, they have a watch, whatever it is that you really feel would work for you. The other thing I do want to highlight is that we do have a scholarship program for people with psychogenic non-epileptic seizures. And so that will be available again in the spring, correct? Yes. I should have looked that one up first. But be on the lookout for it because, again, we want to make sure that we have all the resources available to you that we are able to. And finally, this is a list of the programs and services offered by all of our member organizations. So as you can see, this is a really extensive list of programs. I'm really excited and proud of what we're able to offer in our local communities. Not all member organizations have all of these programs, but everybody has a website or a phone number that you can call and find out exactly what's going on in your area. And the last thing, which we'll actually learn about a little more in the next talk, is working with public policy. So we're on a variety of coalitions that help keep us informed and up to date on what's going on in the epilepsy community so that we can pass that information on to our other families and other people with epilepsy to try and better unify and join together to solve some of the problems that we're facing every day. And our goal is really to increase our impact here at a national level. So if you have any interest in finding out any more about these councils or coalitions, please feel free to connect with us so that we can get you that information. And up next we have Kathy.
Hi, my name is Kathy Shrag, and I am the Executive Director of Epilepsy Alliance Ohio. I am on the national board as the Secretary of the Board for Epilepsy Alliance America, and then I also do a lot with governance and membership. And now I've got to, here we go. With the Epilepsy Alliance America, as Peggy had stated, we started out as 8 organizations, 8 like-minded organizations whose emphasis was providing direct help and services, programs and services to people living with epilepsy. Since 2018, when our 8 organizations came together, again, as Peggy has stated, we have now 17 member organizations with, I think it may be 3 organizations that we have applications for. So we're very excited about the growth that we have made, and having different organizations who also specialize in working with people with epilepsy come together and unify to make sure that we're able to meet the challenges that that are created by living with epilepsy. So we're very excited about that. So as a member of Epilepsy Alliance, right here, I think you can see, with Valley Children's Hospital, just a testimonial of what the benefits of, being a member organization has provided for them. So we offer two different levels of membership for organizations. We have our nonprofit membership, and then we have what we call a select partner membership. For the benefits for the nonprofit membership, you can see on this list, some are to be included on the Epilepsy Alliance America website with your logo and a link to your organization. You have the opportunity to network with other leaders in the epilepsy community. You can participate in forums to share ideas, policies, and best practices. Participate in modeling the national program. You can participate in member-only educational opportunities, and then be listed as a member organization on the EAA website and media publications as well. You can be eligible to access Epilepsy Alliance America educational resources, as serve on EAA community or committees or the board of directors. For select, and with that membership, it's $1,000 a year to be a nonprofit member organization. For a select partner organization, you receive all of the perks and benefits of being a nonprofit member, but in addition to that, there's the capability of nominating individuals to the National Board of Directors for voting privileges, nominating individuals to the Epilepsy Alliance America Professional Advisory Board, and then also sharing in sponsorship and financial resources when available. If you're interested, if you're an organization that is interested in applying for membership, all you need to do is go to our website, the Epilepsy Alliance America website. There is a section under membership, and so under that there's an application. What we would need from an organization would be obviously your organization name. We would need to know your verification of your 501c3 status, a list of board of directors, your tax ID number, and then I think 2 years of 990, your 990s. Once that information is submitted, the next steps are it's reviewed. Typically, there will be a phone call with myself or with Lisa Gallipoli, who is our COO, and then that information is then relayed to our board and submitted to the board for approval. So that's kind of how the process works for becoming an EAA member organization. And I think as far as membership goes, that's that.